It's time to venture into the wilderness. Hey everyone, Dylan Schumacher, Citadel Defense, and we're here today to talk about my loadout that I'm going to take to the One Shepherd FTX. So I'm going down to the One Shepherd FTX here in September. I'm filming this before I go. This video will likely come out either while I'm there or after I go, but I'm going down to Missouri in order to do the FTX. And we're just going to go through what I'm bringing. I have been both to One Shepherd and to SNS Training Solutions. I'm going down on the SNS Training Solutions team or side for this FTX. So I'm looking forward to it. I think it'll be a really, really fun time, and much more importantly than fun, a valuable training learning experience. So we're going to go through my gear because hopefully it will help you understand what you might want to bring or give you ideas about what you would pack if you were going to be on a 48-hour FTX. So first things first, of course, we are bringing the Spectre chest rig. Why? Because it's mine and I made it and it's awesome. And so that's what we're bringing. I have a Gerber knife up here. This is the Gerber, I don't remember what this one is. It's not the strong arm though. It's a different one. In this GP pouch here, I have my, what's it called? Like little insert here so you can put a sensitive item in there. I don't have it out here with me right now, but I'm probably gonna ride my thermal is probably what's gonna ride in there. So that'll be good there. On the side, of course, we have an IFAK because you should always practice having an IFAK on you. Will I really need an IFAK during an FTX? Well, God, I hope not, right? But practice having that, IFAK, and then my other tourniquet over here. A liter of water. These are empty right now, but they will be filled with my sim rounds, obviously. In here in the admin pouch, I have my admin thing. So this is a Right in the Rain notebook. I think it's the 4x6 size with my pens and notes and whatever, so that I can always be making notes. You gotta have note-making material when you're doing these things, both for orders and radio transmissions and just for all kinds of general purposes. I also have my beads so that I can keep track of my pace. And lastly, I have a whistle stuck in here that I can use for signaling and stuff like that. Likely, I'm gonna end up adding a radio to this. We have some digi radios. I'm going down as a team lead, squad lead, whatever. And so among the leaders, we'll be using radios to communicate. So I don't have a radio with me right now, but that's what will go in here somewhere in order to facilitate that happening. So that's it. That's the chest rig. Pretty simple. Okay, some stuff that I haven't packed in here yet, but that is coming. This is a battle board. This is a cool piece of kit. I like these. I have a Right in the Rain notebook in here with some pens or whatever, but it has this blank thing up here, and so I can put notes up there or maps or anything else that I just need to see as a quick reference. Then I can pull this out of my pack, I can look at it and be like, oh yeah, that is my radio frequency, that is where we're going, whatever, right? So I like having that. I like having a bigger piece of paper to take bigger notes, write down bigger things, etc. So that'll ride right up here in the top of my pack. These are biodegradable wipes, because if you're gonna poop in the field and stuff, that's important. This is my water filtration kit. I think I'm gonna take this, I'm pretty sure. They do have water on site and everything, but from what I understand, it'll be kind of at a cachet point. I might not wanna go back. It might just be a good excuse to learn to use it. So I have a 6-liter dirty bag, a 2-liter clean bag, my filter, the hose to connect them, and then in here is, what is this, water purification tabs, I think? Yeah, some water purification tabs and just another little dirty water bag. So that's kind of my general kit for water filtration, and my plan that if we end up doing water filtration, this is what I will pull out of my ruck and we can string it up and let it filter while we're off doing stuff, which is a cool ability to have so that it's passively filtering the water and it doesn't require active participation from me. So I'll find a spot for that in here. This is the Bongo Gear Large Becker Patrol Pack. I do plan on doing a review of this. That will come after my trip down. So be looking for that because I want to put a good 48 hours in it, on a FTX, and I feel like that'll give me a really good feel for the pack. So looking forward to that. So we're not going to go through the pack itself right now. We're just going to go through its contents. Again, we will come back and revisit the pack later, okay? I have gators here on the outside. Over here I have food. This is what I'm using both the external pouches for. So I have a bunch of honey packets, a bunch of applesauce packets, a bunch of peanut butter packets. I'm gonna get some summer sausage in there. I have some applesauce, if I didn't mention that. I just like to snack in the field. I'll stuff some trail mix in here. I have some oats and some oatmeal. Those are generally the things that I'm gonna bring in the field. Getting these out of the way here. I also have on each side a canteen with water in it, right? This is my stainless steel one. I have my titanium one on the other side. My plan is to carry a total of 6 liters of water in. So we'll see how far that gets me. I don't expect that to last me all 2 days. I'll put that back in later. It's really hard to do at that angle. However, that is my plan, to have 6 liters of water, like I said. So we have the water filtration kit for. And if I have to go back to get water, well, them's the breaks, right? So 2 liters on the ruck. We'll get to it. There's a liter on the chest rig like we looked at earlier, and then 3 liters in my assault pack. So I'm gonna carry a total of 6 in. Okay, so that's my food plan, and that is my water plan. Should also be noted too, I'll probably end up bringing some hard-boiled eggs, probably some cheese, you know, anything that I can again, continue to snack on while we move. Those are the things that I like to bring for these kind of deals. I already talked about gators on the other side. I also have knee pads over here. Those will come off, right? I'm gonna wear the knee pads, but right now they're just being stored there. I also have this kind of woodland green little net thing that folds out, and that I'm gonna keep in here just so that I can create some additional cover as is needed, right? I can fold that out and utilize that if I wanna camouflage my position or myself, or use it as a bug net or whatever. Also on the outside here, I have this huge woodland tarp. I'm bringing this for overhead cover. Everybody needs to bring at least a poncho, which I also have, which is right here in this pocket, right here. So I have both the tarp, which is bigger for more like team use or team base, and then my personal poncho. I can run both of those overhead to use as thermal offset so that when we're hiding from drones and stuff, we can stay safe. In this pocket right here, I don't remember what I have in here. Nothing. I have nothing in there. So I'm gonna put my stove in here in a minute here. Up here on the top pocket, I had just quickly stuffed my stove in here. That I'm gonna move to that other pouch, like I said. I have some little toothpick things because cleaning your teeth is always a wise choice. And I have a bunch of caffeine pills. So up here, I'm gonna put my notebook, because that's important. All right, so let's break it down and get into the pack itself. I have my bump helmet, because you gotta put the halo thing on your helmet, and last time I did that with a ballistic helmet, and that just is way too heavy. So I'm gonna run a bump helmet. I do have a counterweight back here. This will likely come off, right? It's for the night vision. But with the halo on the helmet, it should probably be good enough that I don't need a counterweight. And or this is a bunch of little weights, so I can always reduce how much weight I have in there. I have my ears on there, probably won't need them, but gonna bring them, because sometimes those blanks can be a little spicy. This is my assault pack. So this is the Yote pack. We've done a review on this channel before. Big fan of the Yote pack. I really like it for FTXs. I mean, one, just because I like the pack in general, but two, because it's very easy to throw your miles system over the back of this pack, right? I can put this pack on, I can drape miles over it, and then it integrates pretty well with the miles system, which is nice. I really like that. So I'm a fan of having that ability. And then of course, because it's a Yote pack, right, it has this huge expandable thing, and I can stuff my poncho or an e-tool or, you know, whatever it is that I need in this expandable portion, and that's a really nice ability to have. Right now it has nothing else in it. I figure once I drop my ruck and I decide whatever it is that we're doing for this, you know, little patrol that we're gonna do out of our patrol base, then I'll grab what tools I need and stuff it in there. But otherwise I'll just take my water and go. Inside flap of my lid here, we have a orange signaling flag, because that's usually helpful. A ouch pouch, so that's good for, you know, Band-Aids, little boo-boos, boo-boo kit essentially. An extra set of gloves, because I've had holes wearing my gloves in the middle of an FTX before, and I'm not doing that again. That's helpful. And then a smog, or a schmog, which is just, again, super useful. Helpful for water filtration as a pre-filter, helpful to just wear over your head to protect from the shade, or dunk it in water to cool yourself down, or as a bandage, or, there's a gazillion uses, right? We all know how that works at this point, okay? So that is the inside of my top lid. This is a pouch right here, and this is just kind of a general little admin-y type pouch. So I have some thermo tabs in here. These are great when you're doing a lot of activity and it's hot out to help you not get dehydrated. Big fan of that. Some camo, a little camo compact here, so a little mirror and my camo paint. That'll be good to use. I don't think I've ever actually used this one, so that'll be cool. Boonie hat, because that's always helpful when it gets cold and stuff. Compass, because again, might need that given the area. And my ESV Bible, because, one of the most important items you can bring right there. Repacking this pack, this is where my caffeine pills are gonna go, and this is where my little toothpicks are gonna go as well, because that seems like a good little home for them. All right, getting into the main pocket here, the main pouch, right? We have night vision, because having your PVS 14 on you is always great. This is my tools bag, so I'm pretty sure I've done a video on this before, but this has all of my tools that I always want on me. So in this case, my old wipes, that's gonna go out, new wipes are gonna come in. The lid to my canteen cup, the lid to my other canteen cup, which I'm only bringing one canteen cup. I'm probably gonna leave both of these in here, just that way I don't lose it. Another small notepad, probably don't need this given the other notepads that I brought, but again, this is always in here because these are things that I just don't wanna forget. Matches for lighting my stove, primarily my cooking stove, but generally don't need it. A bunch of different bits for repairing my rifle. This is my bag of batteries here. So I think this has AAAs and a rechargeable 18650 for my flashlight, and then CR123s for my laser. And that's all that. A stripped down field cleaning kit here, some wipes, a brush, a punch, not a punch, but a rod, adapter thing for my multi-tool to use those bits, multi-tool, red headlamp, Burt's Beeswax for getting chapped lips, you don't want that, some Luco tape, variety of uses, great tape, also very good for stopping blisters. Permanent marker, some Dayquil, I see I have some Dayquil in here, that's probably good to have. Spoon, very important. Lighter, some lens wipes, a couple lens wipes, and what is this? Paracord. And then, hand sanitizer, also important. So again, just a bunch of little odds and ends, things that are important to have that you definitely are going to need at some point during your field excursion. Big fan of this pouch. This pouch pretty much goes in whatever pack I'm carrying, no matter what, so that I always have these things. If I get to base and I'm going to drop rucks, I'll probably end up pulling this out and dumping it in my assault pack, depending, maybe not. But again, it has all the little field tools that I know I'm going to need at some point, so that's important. This is a Maxsack Marine Corps issue waterproof bag thing. You know what I don't like about these is you can like squeeze them and they suck all the air out, but then they slowly inflate over time. I don't know what that's about, but that's kind of weird. I'll tell you what I have in here. I have a couple pairs of underwear, a couple socks, a couple shirts, 2 of each, okay? So again, 48 hours. So my plan is to change before bed, and that way I have fresh socks, underwear, and a t-shirt, and hopefully should be able to sleep more comfortably that way. Bivy bag, because that's important to have. That's particularly important because my inflatable mattress, which I really like, this is the Thermarest mattress, and this is the bag that helps pump it up. You know, it's an inflatable mattress, is blaze yellow. I don't think you can see it. Can you see that? Yeah. My camera died there. Sorry about that. So, bivy bag, because that will protect my inflatable mattress, because it's, I'm sure you can see that, it's yellow, pretty bright. And what I will do is I will take out my inflatable mattress, put it in the bivy bag, right, and then blow it up. So that way it protects it from, you know, getting punctured, as well as just keeps it hidden. That's pretty important. I noticed the camera angle shifted better, so you can see my face now, which is probably how I should have been filming this video the whole time, so sorry about that. Okay, what else do we have in here? Last thing is sleep kit. So for this one, it's gonna be Missouri, it's in September. I'm not expecting it to be super cold, so this is a wet weather bag here, right? So that it's waterproof, so it's not gonna get wet, particularly if it rains or anything like that. Not that I'm expecting that, but This is a multicam Whoopee, some knockoff cheap thing I got off Amazon. Works pretty well, actually. I've used that before. And this is the jungle blanket from Snug Pack, which I've also used before and also works really well. Do I need both of these? Probably not. However, I'm gonna bring them. One doesn't cover my whole body, and I think I weighed this one. It weighs like a pound, and I thought, well, one extra pound really doesn't mean much at this point, so I'll just bring both of them. I have the physical volume room in the actual pack, so why not? What's it gonna cost me, right? So that's pretty much it. Again, the FTX is 48 hours, so I'm just trying to have enough gear to pack through, to make it through 48 hours, and enough food, sleeping kit, whatever, to make it through. And this is really what I am bringing. Should have enough to live, sustain, fight for 48 hours out of this bag. Really excited to see how the bag does. Stay tuned for that. We'll find out when we do the review. I'm expecting good things. It looks very promising. And that's it. That's all I got for you. Hope this was helpful. Hope this gives you some ideas about what you should pack in your 48-hour bag when you go to the FTX. I'll see you there. Do brave deeds and endure.